Yo, before the video starts, I would like to clarify that this video was recorded like the 1st of July 2025, okay? I waited a while before uploading this. First of all, it's a very long video, so I didn't really want to sit down and, edit the whole thing. And on top of that, I was, in like a whole different kind of energy on my channel at that point. I wasn't really covering any like serious stuff, like, or like, what my main channel is like. But with this channel, I feel like I don't need to have any like restrictions like that. I think this is the perfect video for this channel, so that's why I'm uploading this now. So yeah, I know it's late. I appreciate that you are willing to click on this video, even though this is drama that has been covered widely and throughout the whole internet space for months now. But I'm glad you are interested in my take for it. So yeah, appreciate it. Anyway, enjoy. What's good, Kingdom? Yo, welcome back to another video. I don't have a shirt on because of this. Look at this, dude. It is fucking nearly 30 degrees in here, alright? Like, I'm sweating. My balls are sweating. Even my ass crack is wet. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe too much detail. But yeah, anyway, so that's why I don't have my shirt. Anyway, yo, listen up, right? Ethan Klein, obviously, he made a content nuke. I said, I don't know when I said it. I reacted to something. Oh, I reacted to the content cop. That's it. Yeah. When I reacted to the content cop, it's been like, what? I think nearly a month now. I said, I want to check out this content nuke, right? Because I want to have full context of both sides. That's kind of what I do. I like to find out the truth, and I don't just want to piggyback on any one's opinion. I want both sides of the story. So we are reacting to the content nuke, and yes, I know Ethan Klein is threatening people to legal lawsuits for reacting, but you already know, all right? You already know I react the correct way. All right, and the correct way, if you don't know, is you actually give some insight or give some opinions or actually transform the content. Okay, you make the video that is 142. I'm calling it now. This video will be
nearly 3 hours.
Calling it now. All right, because I'm gonna be yapping about stuff. Anyway, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. With that being said, let's hop in, shall we? Here we go. Content nuke, Hasan Piker. Here we go.
We knew the world would not be the same. A few people laughed. A few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita.
Why does like old videotape always seems so sinister? Is it because it's black and white, or like the bad audio quality? Is that just because of we made horror genres based on it? Is that it? Maybe we like created it into like something that is sinister or terrifying because it's like old and less quality, and somehow we correlated less quality with like uncanniness. I don't know.
Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
We think the Houthis are doing what Houthis.
Oh boy, here we go.
Fucking bloodthirsty, violent pig dogs. Why am I held accountable?
Listen, I believe that the moment you raise your voice, and you get emotional, that's when you should take a little bit of time to calm down before you say something. I have done this plenty of times, where I caught myself in an edit or in a video where I was talking about something and it got a little bit more emotional than it should have gone, and I said something bad or something I didn't directly mean, or it could be really easily construed as something that I didn't mean, right? And what I'm already seeing here, like, obviously he, you know, took bits and pieces of Hasan being very emotional and raising his voice, obviously, right? I mean, he's here to, like, make him look bad. That's the whole point of the video, right? So, yeah. It's just my tip, alright? If you feel like you're getting really emotional, take a step back, okay? Because you don't know what you're gonna say. And sometimes you say things that you don't mean. So, yeah. You don't want to get in trouble, you know?
Throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked, I'm
together,
cooked.
happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. He actually got a birthday celebration from the CEO. Yeah, you cannot deny the accusations that Hasan is literally their baby, dude. God damn. Why am I making this? Okay.
Oh, hi there. It's me, your old friend, Ethan Klein. It's been a while since...
Yeah, I wouldn't call you my old friends. But I already said what I think about H3H3 in my previous reaction to the Content Cup. So if you want to know what I think about Ethan Klein, what's the Content Cup reaction? Anyway, go.
we've last spoken. In that time, I've had 3 kids, all boys. I've lost 100 pounds. And I've pissed off 75% of the internet. Probably a lot of you guys, too. Actually talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas. Someone should bomb... Oh, yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like that now. Left or right, I always thought that, despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on.
The truth. Honesty. I think that's what he's gonna say.
And what was that? That we love America.
Oh.
And everything she stands for.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree. Obviously, I'm not American, right? But even I've never really understood the, like, American, like, mindset of, like, oh, I love America. America can't do anything wrong. America is the best country in the world. Meanwhile, they're struggling with, like, finances based on, like, I don't know, a simple ambulance pickup and other things that should be, like, covered by the government and stuff, you know? But, yeah. America!
Mom and Dad and apple pie.
Sure, there's plenty to criticize.
Apple pie is German. Hate to break it to you. Yeah.
And endless things to improve, but I thought it was about making a more perfect...
The Dutch, the fuck? That's a German. I meant Dutch. It's not German. So Dutch is evolved from English and other European influences, including the Dutch. Okay. Well, the term Dutch apple pie might suggest the direct origin in the Netherlands. Apple pie itself has a more complex history. It's a dish that evolved from English and other European influence, including the Dutch. So, well, okay, so maybe it's not Dutch, but it's at least European and it's not American. All right, some Americans believe that apple pie comes from America. It's not. Okay, it's European. Anyway.
Union, not tearing it down.
Union. USA might be the most un-union country I've ever seen, dude. And honestly, it's going around every single first world country. So, yeah, we're all, like, being very discriminatory based on all fronts.
The thing is, there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
That's America. That's America to me.
I think a lot of people just throw communism around without actually knowing what it actually means. There might be some things that seem like they are communism, right? I don't disagree on that. But let's be honest. If we use our brains, right? Communism will never be realized. It is, like, from what I know, constitutional wise, in the USA, it's literally impossible to achieve. Anyway.
I started a show a couple of years ago with my acquaintance, Hasan Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said.
Okay, I mean, At least he tried to appeal as a appear as a reasonable person. Bro, side note, I literally laid my hand down for a little bit on my desk. This shit is wet from sweat. Okay, I'm sorry, dude. I don't want to like gross you out.
You dumb cracker bitch.
And of course,
Whoa! What?
Dude, fuck it. I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
God damn, dude. Listen, all right. I want to talk about the fact that some people don't accept that that cracker is actually a racial term. Because it doesn't have any history or whatever. It doesn't matter about history. It's about intent. All right. Racism has always been about the intent. All right. You can call somebody a monkey that happens to be black, right? It only is racist because it's a black person. If I call a dude or like a white dude a monkey, he's gonna say, "Yeah, hell yeah, bro, I'm a monkey." Like, let's say he loves, climbing shit, right? And let's say it to two people that climb stuff, right? That like to climb stuff. One happens to be darker pigmented, and the other one happens to be lighter pigmented. Who do you think will people say it's racist to say monkey towards? Exactly, it's the black guy, right? Even though the intent was never to be racist. So can we stop being this sensitive about words, and let's use our critically thinking brain, that came out wrong, critically thinking brain, and actually understand social behavior of humans. Okay, can we start trying to do that? Can we just start trying to understand that not everything is racism? Okay, cool. Anyway,
and of course, the Leftovers podcast, which was our show, which we made broadly to goof on the antics of the right. Now, to be clear, I knew about all these edgy and controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
Here is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just going to say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets...
God. Oh, God. All right. Yeah.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And we went on making the show for about 2 years, and everything was good. Everyone was having fun. The audience was having fun. No problem. That was until this happened. We were doing our regular show, and for the first time I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. Mm-hmm. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
Reasonable.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you want?
What is the idea that
you guys
people
like
are looking for?
You guys are all like radical communists? There's that many radical communists? Suck it, chat. You're watching a capitalist pig. Deal with it. And then this happened. This comment from Hasan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties,
how are they this rich and they still don't make use of a proper green screen? What the fuck, dude? Why does it look so bad? Anyway.
And one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more...
Re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
If putting capitalists in re-education camps isn't disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocide.
Wait, hold on. Let me rewatch this. Hold on. What?
If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more...
Re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah. There should be an enforcement mechanism, and in that enforcement mechanism, I think like rehabilitation, which would include re-education as well.
So what he's saying is he wants to rehabilitate and re-educate people that don't agree with his politics. Ooh! Ooh! Oh! God! Imagine being right-winged and saying that. Oh, you would be Hitler himself, dude! Crazy!
If putting capitalists in re-education
That's
camps
crazy,
isn't
bro.
disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hasan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes and genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, like
So
autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
So
took
China
over.
unilaterally took over Tibet,
Like
squelched
these are
their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
if your culture.
They're trying to squell the religion and the identity.
The part of
they did them
feudal
a favor.
warlords and slavery, abolishing that. Yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well. The American federal government going into the fucking South and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government
Tibet was a separatist.
that squashed, okay?
Tibet is the South in the Civil War?
Yes.
And most disturbingly, a complete whitewashing of...
I don't know what this is going on about. There's like some American war that everyone learned in school, but we didn't, alright? Because I'm a fucking American. We don't give a fuck about American history, dude.
the Chinese genocide against their Muslim minority group, the Uyghurs.
Really,
Don't they have Uyghur death camps? Is that...
it's not a death camp. They were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation.
Oh, but what Trump is doing with the Mexicans and the illegals, that's totally wrong, right? Even though you're literally saying here, oh no, it's re-education camps. Well, those camps are also just, they're there to get processed and then get right the fuck out of the country, bro. But hey, it's not the same thing, right? Because this is not what he's for. This is not what he advocates on. Yeah, makes sense, Hasan Piker. Makes sense.
Is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press?
Okay. I saw this
But, yeah,
crazy
they're-
documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No,
or-
that's no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with.
Dog, that one is like Shen Yun,
They're like, we
Falun
can
Gong.
get you an organ. From a Uyghur. But why is that? Is that really that crazy?
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how like, okay, well, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like all the re-education camps are closed now in fucking Xinjiang, and it's like very different vibes in Xinjiang, and now it's the tourism hour.
Let's see what the Associated Press actually had to say about this. These are all AP articles from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed genocide in Xinjiang. China sanctioned a US research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution.
Not only does this AP article seem not to exist,
Reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience. Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population? How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old.
It's likely B. Why would China invest into some random ass streamer from America? Like that doesn't make sense to me. All right, that's some tinfoil hat, like conspiracy theories, mumbo jumbo.
I know America bad is a meme that people laugh at online, but with Hasan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you 2 principles that you should keep with you, coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation in the Middle East, you look at what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when
Never align with the Western forces. Never, ever, ever, ever. Don't even think about nuances. Don't even think at all. Always be against Western. What? Come on, this gotta be like some out of context. This guy cannot be this dumb. He's advocating for anti-Western propaganda.
I look at other countries, I look at the regional actor, whoever the regional power player is, and then I look at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral, or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries, that's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
After seeing all of this, I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership. I started to wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is. And then, this happened.
We have
Bro, now it's like it's some fucking speedrun crazy like tactic that he just realized. I'm sorry, I'm watching too much speedrun stuff. Anyway.
Breaking news out of Israel this morning, where Hamas has launched a surprise attack within Israel's borders overnight.
After the shock of October 7th, I noticed a huge...
This literally, I believe that this like attack from Hamas really destroyed civilization. Like it was so... it is still divisive, yeah. Like... The fact that a country like Israel and Palestine, they're fighting, right? I don't know why the Western world is so goddamn involved in this. I really don't. And I'm not talking about governments, right? Like NATO or whatever, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the typical average Joe. Why do they give so much fucks about this war? Like, I could argue, I could like accept that some Europeans argue about the war between Russia and Ukraine, right? Because that's imminent danger, right? That could be a dangerous situation for the whole entire Europe, right? But why are they talking about Israel and Palestine? I don't get that shit, bro. I really don't. But my philosophy, all right, is both wars are wrong, all right? Wars are wrong anyways. Hamas is terrible. They're terrorists and they're terrible people. And Israel is a government full of terrible people as well for the atrocities both of these sides actually commit. And the only side I am on are the helpless individuals that happen to live in that country that have no right and no power over any of these decisions that being made. Those people, those are the ones I support. But considering you can support those people individually, I don't support any of the sides. All right, I don't want to support Hamas because Hamas is a terrorist. I want to support Israel because, in my opinion, they're also terrorists. They're just more sophisticated. And Palestine, everyone who is pro-Hamas, fuck you, all right? You're terrible people. And everyone in Israel who is pro-Israel, fuck you too, because you're terrible people. Anyway, continue.
Increase of anti-Semitic comments from Hasan's stream and Discord, including from his head mod. I was disturbed that Hasan was seemingly okay with this.
Can you, like, do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you
I
have
just
to
opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all?
Bro is a professional streamer, and he has not looked at the chat. What? What? That is literally your job, dude. What the hell? Okay, but here comes the but. Ethan is getting called a racist, and then here comes the but. Let's see what his response is.
About what your audience says about me.
There's 32,000 people in here right now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels. And I'm fucking shocked that you don't care that people in your chat are saying, who the fuck is this child, cold,
Ethan,
arrogant, as fuck.
I love you, but there's only so much I can do.
How can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking...
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right? Like,
Hasan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
And all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat. And I thought that was fucked up.
Rules for thee, not for me. Oh my god, dude.
I love you, but there's only so much I can do. Especially as
literally, that's not even true though. Like Twitch literally has like built-in filters to prevent any racism. Like, although I'm stupid, it's Twitch. I'm stupid. It's Twitch, bro. What? Of course they wouldn't. Of course they wouldn't see that as like racism. And according to the Discord thing, yeah, they should also have like automatic filters for racist stuff. But I'm not quite sure. I'm not like that familiar with Discord. I barely use it.
Someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
Oh,
the problem. Hassan.
Oh boy, you're just digging yourself into a hole, man. You're using the same argument Ethan Klein is using against you. He asked you, like, as a friend, I would like you to moderate your chat a little bit more and make these people that are saying outrageous and unhinged stuff about me to moderate them. And now he's, like, I think criticizing somebody else for not doing the same thing Ethan wants him to do. Oh man. Listen, man, I've watched the content nuke for H3. I have, or the content cop. I'm only 11 minutes 26 into this video. I have not seen anything as bad throughout the whole entire content cup about H3 as Hasan has said or advocated for in these amounts of time. And we're not even 20% into the video, dude.
It wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hasan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims.
Yeah, because then he'll lose his audience. Then he loses his, like, dominant position about I am the iron fist, justice of rightness. Like, that's kind of the guy that people want him to be, and that's the kind of the guy that he thinks he is. He wants to be this very extreme and blunt guy who says whatever comes up in his mind and says it unapologetically. And even says some outrageous shit and still doesn't apologize because Twitch allows it. This all comes down to Twitch allowing this nonsense. Like, if Hasan got actually monitored by Twitch, like if he actually got more than just a slap on the wrist now and then, and Twitch would actually make sure that their platform is not promoting terrorism, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? I think that would be great. Do you think that would be great? I think that would be great. Let me know in the comments if you think that would be great.
But listen to what this guy has to say.
And as you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters.
What?
But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite...
And all USA and the apartheid Israel. What? I am... what the fuck?
What the New York Post says. But nobody had seen this coming.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even... Yeah, okay. Like...
Okay.
I don't...
I'm just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans.
But this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Part of running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, God. Bro. That's something he would say, dude. Bro got unironically a Doflamingo fucking statue next to him, and he's literally just using... Yo, he's just straight up Doflamingo in this bitch, dude. He's a straight up villain. What the fuck? Oh, who cares if these people get raped? Who gives a shit, dude? That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't change this grand scheme of things. Jesus Christ.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think I'm gonna be reasonable here. I do believe that if you are in a war, right, you cannot be perfect. There's no perfect war. That doesn't exist, right? But if you have hostages, especially if these hostages happen to be female, maybe don't assault them, or even worse. Like, I don't know. It might be me. Maybe I'm a little bit too left here. Maybe. I'm sorry. But, yeah. Maybe not do that.
Like, so good. They have magical bullets.
Okay, I mean, you're making fun of it, but that's literally what he said, though. Like, sorry about the rapes. We're not perfect. Whew, that would never fly if somebody actually assaulted somebody in America. A woman actually raped a woman in America, and it would come out. But maybe, maybe I'm reading a little bit too much into it. Like, obviously, he does think... I don't doubt that he thinks that rapes are bad. I don't think that's true. I think he's fully aware that, he's not, that's not something he supports, hopefully. But like, playing devil's advocate here, I think why he said what he said is, yeah, they are not perfect, right? They have done horrible things, and the other side is also doing horrible things, so that like kind of justifies their actions or something. But he's like, the goal about obviously he's like pro, Hamas and pro Palestine Hamas supporters. Sorry. God, it just made me burp just saying that. That shit. Oh, I felt ill just saying that. Anyway, and he wants them to win, or at least get justice. And obviously, if you don't know the history, it's just because like they got their land stolen by the Jews after World War II happened. Then I think the European government or something like that, they gave some land that was occupied by the Palestinians, and they aren't allowed to live there anymore. And it's like, a lot of time went past, and then eventually this happened, right? So he wants Palestinians to get justice, which I honestly I do believe that is in order. I do think that Palestinian people should have some compensation or something, like at least something that makes them less victims, you know. Like, obviously, you know, they're not great people. These are Hamas terrorists and supporters. They're not great people. They're not perfect. But the people that are just living their life that happen to be Palestinian, I don't think how it's fair how Israel is just gatekeeping their own country and not letting any Palestinians live. If that is the case, I believe that is the case. If I'm not correct, please correct me, okay? I don't want to state anything that is not true, all right? Please, if you hear me say anything at all that's not correct, please tell me, all right? Please, all right? Anyway, so yeah, I think if I like play devil's advocate, I think that is what he wants to portray, but he says it in such a way like he's just saying like, oh, rapes don't matter because the goal is worth more than, you know, like if you just said like, yeah, that's terrible, I can't believe they did that, I don't support that, but in the end of the day, it also it's very important that the Palestinians get justice, right? If that's what his argument is, you know. I don't really watch his videos or his streams, so yeah, that's me speculating how he works, okay?
The Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets. It's not perfect.
Of course, if you compare the raw numbers, Gazans have lost a lot more than Israelis. 40,000 people have died, and neighborhoods have been completely flattened during this war. And while we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know.
Yeah, any innocent lives that get wasted because of some stupid war is terrible. Innocent lives, all right? I want to be clear about that, all right? Any terrorists that get blown to smithereens, totally deserved.
Oh, that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness with the country and its people. One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his community was that I am in favor of a two-state solution, while they are in favor of a one-state solution.
Yep, typical leftist. They're not fighting for equality, they're fighting for supremacy. It's always the same thing. Every single time, bro, every single time.
Their theory is that after the October 7th attack, Israel should just dissolve its borders and let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained.
Borders.
What do you think Israel should have done in response to October 7th?
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're saying Israel in
85%.
response... Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of actions would be to democratically take Netanyahu out of power. Yes.
The problem.
Yeah, I mean that sounds very reasonable. I mean, look at the attacks that they're doing against Hamas and Palestine. Very bad, right? Very, very bad. And I don't think I could ever support anything that the Israeli government has done up until this point. Like, government reform doesn't sound like a very bad solution to that, but then like saying that Hamas should just go in like nothing happened, that's ridiculous to me.
The problem is that Israel's been at war with its neighbors for 70 plus years, and it makes a lot of sense that there be some distrust there. Is it really insane to think that Jews as an ethnic minority in Israel would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact,
yeah, because of religion. It always comes down to religion or race. That's always the culprit every single time. It's so ridiculous, dude. For a world full of people, like, tolerance and acceptance is like such a tall ask for the majority of us, and me included. You know, I often find myself like not being very acceptable, or not acceptable. Acceptive? Is that a word? I don't know. Accepting, that's the better one. Yeah, accepting or tolerant towards things. I have a firm beliefs and firm opinions about certain things that a lot of people would disagree on, and I don't mind that. All right, I'm free to have any opinions I want, and any reason that I have for it is valid, right? And if anyone can change my mind, I'm always open for people to argue against it. Anyway, totally off topic. But it always comes down to a lack of tolerance and acceptance, and especially when considering it is race or religion, it is just a very triggering thing for humanity for some reason. I don't know why.
In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees.
Okay, I don't know how that happened. Okay, if this is just a natural thing that happened, and it didn't like kick out all the Jews in like probably not illegal in those countries, right? Because I mean, laws in the Middle East are more guidelines than anything. Anyway, so yeah. Like, if that's the case, that they literally purposely like kicked out all the Jews, right? That's bad, right? That's bad. Unless they're like very bad people or something, or they broke a law or like something, right? If this is not a natural thing that just happens, right? They didn't that just happened to like move out of all these countries that are primarily Muslim, then that's bad. Just saying how it is.
After 1948, Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50. Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew. We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to leave their homes, their lives, their property, and migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel.
Okay, so they literally got forcefully removed out of the country. Okay. Now, I don't know why, right? But let's say it was unethical, right? So that's bad. Anyone can agree on that. I hope anyone can agree with that.
The irony of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel are surrounded...
Man. This is a very complex thing. There's obviously a lot of nuances here. But I think the moral of the story here is definitely ostracization is bad. Anti-Semitism is also bad. And what happened to the majority of the Jews in these countries is very unfortunate. I don't think you can deny that, even if you are pro-Hamas or pro-Palestine right now, or like anti-Israeli. I think you can acknowledge that whatever... like I said, I'm not pro anyone, all right? I am neutral in this whole situation. I don't care what they do, all right? As long as, as long as not too many innocent people actually die because of their stupidity. Anyway, I think anyone can agree that whatever happened to these Jews, right? It's bad, right? Right? Like, I'm not speaking like weird things here, surely, right? People can agree on this, hopefully.
surrounded by Islamic militant terrorist groups that have stated their goal is to annihilate Israel as a Jewish state. And considering the historical context of Jews being pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a Palestinian charity after the war started.
Hey, Ethan Klein, thank you for the dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500. My goat. Thank you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal. They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal. Called
Great. I'm glad we agree.
The West Bank settlements an abomination. Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots, they're monsters, they're genocidal. I've even said the West Bank settlers are valid military targets. When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion. My only crime is wanting a two-state solution instead of one. And
yeah, they are fighting for supremacy and not for equality. Like always.
Thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why.
Look at all the Frogan moronic fucking comments, by the way. Like, look what she's... God. Frogan might be the most retarded fucking streamer right fucking now, dude. Like, what does she add to anything? Like, all I see out of her is her either being extremely racist or extremely stupid. And I actually correlate most of stupidity with racism, because I think racism is like one of the most stupidest and ignorant things you can be, or any like behavior that you can be. Racism is rooted in stupidity and ignorance. Anyway, so yeah, the Arabs are so scary. So making fun of like, oh, people are afraid of terrorists. Yeah. Very funny. Lamau, he's actually racist. Yeah, you're racist. He's so Islamophobic. Okay, so criticizing people that are Islamic that's obviously it's obviously not allowed. All right, because they're protected pandas for some reason. Ethan is right. We're dealing with Arabs here. Be for real, bro.
Instead of one. And think.
My grandpa literally saw the ship arrive in Palestine in the 40s. Okay, sure. Aren't they settlers?
Thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli.
The Arabs are so... Oh, there we go again.
Civilians.
Hassan also didn't live in occupied territory. Israelis are so afraid of genocide, they're genociding Palestinians to expand their borders. Okay, well, this is just a misrepresentation. I mean, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. It's not. I don't believe that anything like this is actually proven. But you can't disagree that Israel didn't do anything until they got bombed, right? It was a retaliation. Whether it is justified or not, what they're doing right now, right? Whether they are going too far right now is arguable. But this is some disgusting comment that she made.
That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist. And because of Hasan and others spreading this malicious lie about my beliefs, I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
I like Palestine.
No, you don't.
Why do you say that?
Because, bro, you're... wasn't she in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's
She's born
sad.
there.
That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. I feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit.
What a fucking loser, man. This is actually... I bet this guy's fat. This guy's fucking obese, bro. You already know this guy is obese as fuck, alright? Holy, what a fucking loser, man. God damn. Saying it on Twitter, right? That's already like, you know, loser shit, but like saying it in fucking person, dude? And I know people are just going to like, oh my god, this guy is so bad, it's so based, he's so fucking sick, dude. You got such balls to say that right in his face? Yeah, right. I mean, luckily, you know, Ethan and Eli, no, not Eli, I keep forgetting her name, whatever. They don't really take him seriously because, I mean, let's be honest, bro. If somebody came up to me asking like, why don't you like Palestine? And then you say, I do like Palestine. And then they just argue against what you said. Like, that's the most retarded shit ever. Like, I literally just said and told you what you just stated is incorrect, and I corrected you. And then they're gonna say, yeah, you're lying. Man, shut the fuck up, bro. Dumbass motherfucker, bro.
You look like a rapist, bro.
Look in the fucking...
You look like a rape. Wait, this is the guy? He actually put his own ad on this video? Is he? Wow. I mean, he looks like a loser.
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan.
And he's fat, I knew it.
Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You
I mean, hey, it takes one to know one, right?
look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans in the South trying to act like they're so tough. Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run your own country. A foreign country.
You also don't own your own country or rule your own country. Especially the Middle East, because all of those like people that are in power are not chosen by the people at all. It's not a democratic institution. So they even have less power over what the government does and what the government doesn't do. So I don't know why you're arguing against like democratic governments when you are living in a demographic government. What? Anyway, this is an anti-American. Typical. He's using all the benefits that that America provides him and the safety that America provides him. Yet he is anti-American. Like, in my opinion, if you are anti your own country, fuck off. Fuck off. If you really hate your country this fucking much, to such a degree, then fuck off. Go to the country that you say is the Garden of Eden of the world. Go there. Well, what's stopping you? Why are you still here? Huh? Why are you still here? Why didn't you go to the Middle East then? If you love it so much, if you hate this country so much, like, I don't understand that, man. Like, yeah, you can be critical of your country. I'm not saying that you cannot criticize things that are happening in or surrounding politics or whatever, but this is straight moronic bullshit, dude.
Israel runs your country. Oh my God, bro! I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
I'm so sweaty.
I love you, bro. I have to interview you. You're like my hero, bro. I love you.
Hasan is his hero. Hasan is his hero. You know who my hero is? It's Goku. Okay? Just putting it out there. His hero is Hasan. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
Bro, you're the coolest guy in the world, bro.
The coolest guy in the world. What a G. What a G. The coolest guy in the world. The man who advocates for terrorism. The man who disregards any rape that happens within his group he supports. What a hero.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one. Hold on.
Okay. It's a funny thing about me. I don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists. If they're Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I think that's a very valid definition of terrorism. Yeah. I think that's a good one. Yeah. And what he says here is a very reasonable take. Like, he hates terrorism and terrorists. I think that's a very reasonable take. Right? Like, why would you like terrorists?
I don't like it. None of it. And over time, I started to learn that my co-host, he really likes terrorists.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Bro, this is such a dick rider, dude. Like, what's his name? Nick or something? Like, oh my days, man. Oh my days. This guy is such, oh God. He is such a blank slate. Like, genuinely. He is only interacting with people that actually can, like, further his career or his social credit. That's all he does. That's all he does. It is actually disgusting. He has no opinions of his own. He never has any controversy surrounding himself, which is good. Obviously, being controversial doesn't mean that you have to be can be critical, right? But nowadays, when you're critical about anything, you can become controversial. Like, but So the reason why I say that he's not controversial is because he doesn't say anything that he actually believes, dude. He has never actually stated anything that would get him in trouble. And that doesn't really take much nowadays.
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
Taking over these ships, they started targeting the ships.
People on this helicopter right now?
Yes.
They're streaming this?
Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrent. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing
a deterrent. That's what he calls a terrorist attack now. That's what he calls a premedicated attack. God, I hate that he loves One Piece, man. And he loves One Piece for all the wrong reasons. I hate it so much. As a big One Piece fan, I hate that Hasan loves One Piece, man. I hate it so much because the reason he loves it is... Oh God, I hate it so much. Why he loves it. I hate it.
What Luffy would do. You should tell.
Oh no! I was about to. I'm literally talking about it. Oh, bro, there's so much wrong with his opinions about One Piece, bro. It's so insane. Oh, this was pretty much what Luffy would do. Yeah, because he's living in a fucking cartoon, you moron. The world in One Piece is not black and white. Or the real world is not like One Piece, which is black and white. There's not the good guys and the bad guys. That doesn't exist, dude. That doesn't exist. There's only good people and bad people, bro. God. Oh man, I hate. Bro, I did not pre-watch this video, bro. I literally was just talking about it because I saw a One Piece or a Luffy emote in this chat. And I was like, oh, I hate how much Hasan loves One Piece for the wrong reasons. And I hate that he always compares Luffy as a terrorist. Oh God, he's a libertarian, dude. He liberates people from slavery. He goes to countries that are that are oppressed by actual villains. I've watched One Piece in its entirety. Okay, I'm not caught up right now, but I've read until end of Wano. Anyway, there is no situation, there's no country on Earth that could actually be correlated to how the One Piece world works. The whole political stuff in One Piece, which is great in my opinion, it can't compare to real politics. It is way too black and white. It's way too black and white. It's way too villain hero oriented. The real world is way more gray than One Piece is. And I hate that he correlates it. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I hate it. Oh God. Oh, it almost makes me embarrassed to be a One Piece fan. Just because of this motherfucker, bro. Oh my days.
Tell him that.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
Do we like... This is what I mean, man. This guy has no opinions. He is a sheep. He's a literal sheep. And Hasan is his fucking herder or whatever. What's that called? Who leads sheep? A shepherd. Okay, my bad. A shepherd, bro. Oh my days.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say. But they are a terrorist organization. They're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Hasan, may I go to the restroom? God damn, this guy is so whipped, bro.
Well,
he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, and if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond
Right.
Social Democrat.
Okay, listen. I've analyzed this little set. Okay, and there's 4 things I noticed. 1, this guy's smoking. Smoking. I don't agree. All right, if you smoke, you're a loser. Drinking. Lots of drinking. High percentage of alcohol here. Alcohol, you're a loser. All right. Then this guy and this son. I mean, I don't even have to like say what that means, right? And then there's an AK-47. Like, what even is this set, dude? And then they have Donkey Kong. Why? Why is Donkey Kong there of all fucking creatures? Oh man. Oh, I hope that's not Luffy. No, that can't be Luffy. It's not. No.
Democratic idea.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say.
Grooming, that's what it's called. It's grooming. It is purposely misinterpreting it's purposely telling information that is skewed to untruthful. It's not totally it's not lying, but it's untruthful or disingenuous. And in that way, they how he most of the time retells things or like rephrases things, he always makes it seem like it's worse than it actually was. Or better than it actually was.
And then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing.
If you are actually educating yourself on new ideas, I 100% agree. I think everyone should educate themselves on like opinions that they heard or they think that they believe in. But the problem with that is it's very difficult to find accurate and truthful information nowadays, right? Because even just searching things, like if you are very obscure, right? Like let's say you search up history Palestine, for example, right? And then you search up history Israel, right? And you study both of these things, right? That would be a very objective research. But the moment you type in something, why is Israel bad or why is Palestine bad, then you're already setting a expectation in the answer. You're already expecting this country to be bad. So you will find things that will make you believe and give you arguments on why they're bad, right? That's not doing research. That is just confirming your bias. You understand that? Anyway.
In my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
With robust social safety nets.
Called radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
And protections for workers, like higher unionization rates.
A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling you that. I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay.
I think this is like more of I'm owning the people that are calling me something. So he, because he calls himself something, right? That's like a lot of people when they're like being called racist, they just own it. Like, yeah, I'm racist. Now what? What other arguments do you have, right? That's more of a tactic than an actual statement. So I don't know if there's like very good evidence of this.
Okay, well then, I want to
I'm saying I am.
I just
before
want to
you
put
even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
I believe if you are so vocal about something you hate, I don't see why you should have a platform. If you criticize things, that's fine. But if you are so vocal about hating something, or hating someone, or anything, this vocal about it, I don't see how you can actually have a platform. I don't think you should advocate for hatred. And now you're gonna say like, oh well, you just said that, you know, every terrorist that can blown to smithereens should die. Yeah, I did say that. And that's not because I hate the person that is a terrorist, right? But I think that is a very valid punishment for your actions. I think most actions don't go punished enough. I believe that most prison sentence and other punishments for crimes that have been committed are way too mild in comparison to the crime or the victim's damage or the victim's family's damage. I've never seen a case where somebody who got accused or got prosecuted, prosecuted on a crime that they did commit, right? With no question about it, that they actually got a sufficient punishment for what they did. Now, that might be very radical, but if that's radical, then yeah, sure. I'm radical. I want people to get punished more. It will deter people from doing crimes. If the crime is worse, or if the punishment for the crime is not worse than the crime, then what's the punishment? Oh no, I have to go to prison for 15 years. Yeah, and meanwhile, this family that lost their son, that lost their daughter, they have to like grieve for maybe even longer than that. And you're going to jail for 15 years. Wow. 15 years, maybe 20 years, who knows? I don't know the law about like that, but like I don't think there's any equivalent punishment for anyone who murders. I really don't. I don't think murder or rape can ever sufficiently be punished. I don't think it's possible. It's just not.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude. Liberals are the most like scummy, vile fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize.
Now, I think that's a good thing. However, I'm also a very big advocate of having tea with Hitler. And what that means is you are willing to have a conversation or a discussion with someone or something, or about something that you don't agree on, for the sake of understandment. Is that a word? Whatever. It's a word now. I do believe that what he did, right? I think it's not bad what he did, that he stopped the podcast because he thought what he just explained. I think that's actually really noble. I think that's actually very commendable of action that he did.
I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. So
yeah, I mean, this whole like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, it doesn't matter what you should have done. It's what matters what you do now. The moment you find out something, that is what matters. The moment the action you take after acknowledging something or finding out some new information that you didn't know, that is what matters. It doesn't like saying, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. That's a waste of time, a waste of brain power, and a waste of energy.
Sorry, Hila. Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hasan platform, promote, and propagandize terrorist organizations. And every time it happened on Twitch, I would say, man, this time surely he went too far and someone's got to do something.
Nope.
But as the time went on, nothing happened and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation after mainstreaming someone like Hasan to take this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the footsteps of intellectual giants.
One thing we've
as
been hearing
nothing
for weeks.
but a simple man.
Now,
oh my God, he was on CNN. Oh, I'm not surprised.
Simple man who understands right from wrong.
Yeah.
I
You're an
don't think that
influential voice to a lot of people.
Piers Morgan, I understand. He always has debates with people that are very radical, very controversial. That's kind of his thing. I think it's like his TV show Uncensored or something. I believe it is.
I'm an idiot, I'm a dumb bimbo, I don't know what I'm talking about. I've gotten numb to criticism like this. It's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now because I make content out of it.
That's a really good defense. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid, guys. I'm dumb. I know what I'm doing. So don't even think about that I'm making this giant scheme to propagandize people or radicalize people.
I think it's funny and fun.
And there are baby settlers as well.
Can you just shut the fuck up, bloodthirsty, violent
It doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
That is such a fucking quote, man. Oh my days. It doesn't fucking matter if rapes happen. Hasan Piker, 2020-24. If that's not a quote, I don't know what is.
Meanwhile, at Twitch HQ, the marketing team is strategizing on a new advertising vertical.
My friends at Twitch headquarters, the executives.
This is... Oh no, look, you can be his dog. Oh, you can be a son's dog, just like all his fucking viewers in this orbit. And then rising streamer, he got Frogan, man. Fucking hell. Let's be honest, bro. The only reason why she is getting pushed so hard is because she is a woman that is Muslim. That's the only fucking reason, man.
The influencers, Hasan, nice to see you. Frogan, front row. I am here to present to you an extraordinarily exciting opportunity. We have not tapped this market yet. Now, don't panic.
Terrorism.
Okay, because you're going to want to panic when I tell you, but listen and learn. Who's billions of dollars, eager to spend it? And what, people are too cowardly to reach out and take the money?
Not us.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Twitch is perfect. You could broadcast it straight into the veins of 18 to 35-year-old men. So here's what I'm suggesting. Hasan Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show. No, you. He's such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Babe?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much?
Yeah, that Arab tier list was crazy, bro.
What should we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Twitch. Here's the thing. With help from people like Hasan, terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right? They're not terrorists. They're, go ahead. Go ahead. He knows. Freedom fighters, guys. We are fighting for freedom. What about the rapes and the murders? Don't mention that. What's wrong with you? And another one.
The resistance isn't
not
perfect. Right? You gotta crack some eggs, man. Hasan, you know socialism didn't buy you that car.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024, I wouldn't have bothered with this shit. Really. A Porsche is the symbol of the capitalist excess. What the fuck is he thinking? You guys actually believe this idiot is a socialist? Forget a religion. Hasan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone subbed to this idiot.
Or that designer dog.
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed all year.
Very cute, by the way, but those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform that is influencing media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize terrorism, if we could rebrand it, then fuck the US Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay shit. You see the Army ads on Twitch? The Army is fucking broke, dude. I'll tell you who loves America more than the Army. Qatar. Well, I don't know if love's the right word, but they're paying more. Good CPMs coming out of Qatar. But you kids love anime, right? Can't get enough of it. I mean, look at what we've already done with Hasan. You're the fucking man, dude.
Yeah, I already said it before, but I hate how much he weaponizes One Piece. I really do. I really think so.
Happy birthday again, man. No, we got a big party for you after. No, don't do it. Let's wait, because we got a big...
That's bullshit, bro. You know that this guy does not bake cakes. He doesn't. He probably never set his foot in the kitchen.
Big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back. The prostitutes, too. Don't tell anyone. That's a part of the past. Look what we've done already. This Houthi pirate. I mean... Who are you kidding? This guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow,
the execution that we will carry out on all Zionists. Wow.
Somehow, because of his genius, we have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists, death to him, his genius. We have rebranded the Houthi.
Look, guys, it's only because he is attractive. Let's be honest, bro. People are swooning over this guy because, I mean, I can disagree on that, but he's an attractive dude. He is. Even Hasan. I don't think Hasan is ugly either. Like, and I think that really helps with charisma and conveying a message, because this might seem, I don't know, very weird to some people, but people that are actually attractive are seen as more safe and trustworthy. And people that look ugly, they are seen as less trustworthy and safe. So, yeah, that's what he does.
Fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America, curse upon the Jews. That's right. That's the Jolly Roger of this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy.
Please don't say that. God. Swear to God, bro. If I ever encounter a Hasan fan about One Piece, I don't know, man. I don't want to speak to that person.
So let's get out there, guys. And let's make 2025 our biggest year, guys. Come on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah, let's get them. If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hasan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by Ad Fonte, which rated Hasan as the most extreme left-wing, untrustworthy media source on the internet. And to give you an idea, he is opposite of InfoWars. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Hasan loves all terrorists, but what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis.
And yes, this is what it looks like. They are hiling Hitler.
The
Ah, yes. Yes. Nice. Nice.
Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly recruiting child soldiers, shelling civilian areas, and blocking food from entering.
Yeah, blow them all up. Recruiting child soldiers, blow them all up. I'm sorry, bro. If you are corrupting the youth, the innocent children, you deserve to get blown up. I swear to God. Go ahead, Israel. Blow them up. Do it.
Entering already famine-ruined parts of Yemen. They've also set up landmines in agricultural spots, making the fields virtually worthless. Women have virtually no rights, and homosexuality, of course, is punishable by death. That lines up with leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis' Yemen?
That's more right. Homo or anti-gay, anti-homo. Wait, no, that is an English word, isn't it? I don't know, whatever. Homo is Dutch for gay. Anyway, anti-gay and anti-women. Yeah, that's totally left-wing. Crazy, dude. Wow.
Yemen have. Well, according to this, there's been.
Listen, Ethan. They aren't perfect. All right, they aren't perfect. They have a little, yeah, they're homophobic and they're sexist. Yeah, but they're not perfect, Ethan. Come on, man. Like, give them a break. Give them a break.
And 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So, not great.
Can we go back to that picture where the dude got impaled through his rectum up to his mouth? I think everyone who physically assaulted any of the women, I think that should happen to them. Going back on the fact that people don't get punished enough, I think that would be appropriate punishment. You unwillfully penetrate someone? No, wait. You penetrate someone unwillfully? It's also not it. You penetrate somebody who is not willing? Well, I think that's the appropriate punishment, isn't it? One last penetration, just for you. It's almost a reward, isn't it? Because, I mean, obviously you're doing this to, obviously you don't do this with any ill intent, right? Because you're not perfect, right? You didn't know. You didn't know that you shouldn't be raping women. That he's not perfect. He's not perfect, guys. Don't worry, Judge. He's not perfect. He just didn't know, all right? He was just, he thought he did her a favor. He had such a big dick. Such a nice cock. Every woman always says, "Oh, you have such a nice dick." So he's like, "Oh, well, I guess all women like my dick. So here, I give this woman my dick too." It was all a misunderstanding. All right, there was nothing going on. Nothing going on that should have happened. All right, there was all big misunderstanding. That's why he gets rewarded by what he wanted to gift others.
The Houthis have a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated, Allah Akbar, death to America, death to Israel, and a curse upon the Jews.
Yeah, I hate that shit, bro. Like, Allah Akbar literally means something like praise the Lord or something, right? But these, like, terrorist organizations are saying that they're doing this in the name of Allah. Bro, I swear to fucking God, bro. I swear to fucking God. There's no universe where Allah would actually promote this kind of bullshit. You're delusional, you're tyrannical, and you're straight up terrorists. There's no way that they have a flag like this, praising the Lord and then saying all this awful shit and doing it in the name of Allah is honestly disturbing. All right, and you destroy the social image of the good citizens that happen to be Muslim. These people are responsible for every single Muslim that is he's just a dude. He's just a woman. No, she is just a woman. She is just a woman. Trying to live their lives, believing in what they want to believe in. Not bothering anyone. Just a normal, civilized person that happens to realign to a religion. But then you have retards that do this in the name of their Lord. I swear, man. Actually insane.
And that's all of them, not just the ones in Israel. And of course, victory to Islam. I get amused when these terrorists are like, we hate Jews. We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hasan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and that they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
You're not thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis' slogan do not factor in to what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because like that is such Western-focused propaganda. Like for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay, they don't need to read Mein Kampf.
I think people should read Mein Kampf. I think it should be very important to study and understand what a corrupt mind looks like and what corrupt thoughts are like, so you can prevent yourself from falling into that rabbit hole. I think it's very, very important that people study things like Mein Kampf to further understand the psychology of an unhinged individual who mass murdered the whole population on a racist belief. Which is so hypocritical because he's all about the pure human, which is blue eyes and blonde. Meanwhile, this motherfucker had black hair. Like, make that make sense. Anyway.
Oh, I almost forgot the most fun one. They brought back slavery.
Do you think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing
Let's go.
What Luffy would do?
That lines up with leftist values. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. That would definitely be something that Luffy would do. Yeah, he would definitely enslave people. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Let me put my thinking cap on. Here we go. All right, so Luffy would he would enslave people. Any One Piece fans in the audience, okay? If I lay this hat on top of a woman crying that just stabbed their arm, what did he do? If you answered anything else but trying to liberate his friend that was enslaved, then you're incorrect, okay? This is exactly what Luffy would do. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. Don't ever disrespect Luffy like that ever again, bro. Holy shit. If there's anything I would hate Hasan for, it's 100% the weaponization of One Piece, bro. It is so disgusting. I hate it, bro.
All right, so these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hasan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical?
Sure.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I need the money.
Yeah, because Israelis cannot be musical gifted people, right? That's not possible, obviously. No.
I'm gonna grab my food. Yeah.
Why are they carrying AK-47s? Is this a musical? Why are they carrying guns with children in the same environment? Oh.
I'm so confused. What is
يوم سيطرنا على الخوبه بآلي ما نبالي بالهمر.
Wait, what? Hold on. What is it? Ask the military hordes about something. The day about the day we took control of something. Jizan with an assault rifle. Taking control of something with an assault rifle. Now, what would we call that? Would we call that liberation or oppression? Is this a power dynamic, or is this a mutual understanding and compromise? I wonder.
That's right, my friend. Hasan just played straight up terrorist propaganda without even being there to analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service. Twitch does not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actors.
You know what's funny? Twitch punished Twitch has punished people harder for abusing the TOS for what was it again? Modest nudity or something? There was like this thing where like there were VTubers and they were completely naked. They punished those people harder, or actually punished them, compared to Hasan, who is just promoting extreme terrorism propaganda. Like, let that sink in, alright? Listen, I don't think Hasan is the issue at all. I think Hasan is an outcome of Twitch's actions. I think Hasan is the reason, is not the person that should be held responsible, or at least 100% held responsible. I do think he shares a lot of responsibilities for his actions, right? And he should face repercussions for what he has done and what he has been doing. But I do think that Twitch should definitely get a kick under his ass, alright? I think that, what's his face? The guy from Amazon? I forgot his name. The bald guy that owns Amazon? I think they should kick their asses. I think that Bezos, that's his name. I think that Bezos should kick, unironically, kick Twitch's asses, dude. Which is pretty funny because, you know, kick is, you know, starting to become very much more popular because Twitch is doing weird shit. Anyway, I think that is what is supposed to happen. I think that's what they really have to do, alright? For now, Bezos doesn't know what's happening right now. They don't know. They don't know what Twitch, in the name of his company, is allowing, right? But I believe the moment that this comes out, I believe if this becomes mainstream and people are going to start blaming Amazon for what Twitch is doing, because obviously Amazon is sponsoring Twitch, right? Because without Amazon, Twitch wouldn't even exist in the first place. I think then they would actually wake the fuck up and actually start reinforcing that TOS. That's all we asking, by the way. We're not even talking about any like injustice banning people, right? Unjustifiably banning people for the most harmless shit, right? We're just asking that they reinforce their TOS equally, no favoritism. That's it. If you want to punish somebody for calling somebody fat, cool. I think it's stupid, but if that's against TOS, then you shouldn't be doing that, right? And if you do it, you should face consequences, no matter how dumb the rule is. If you don't like the rules, go to some other platform, right? But the most bad thing is these TOS enforcers, they're sitting on their ass. They're just jerking their dick while they're watching fucking Denims' live stream, bro. Like, they're doing nothing, man. These motherfuckers get paid to do shit. Meanwhile, they see a tweet about I don't know, from like Frogan or something, and crying about Tectone calling her fat. And they're like, oh my god, we gotta ban Tectone. Shit, man. And I already talked about the Tectone situation, right? I'm not fully in support of what Tectone did. Go watch my video on that if you like to see the full context. Anyway, this video is already 1 hour and 40 minutes long, and I'm only 30 minutes in. Ladies and gentlemen, I might actually reach the 3 hours.
For example, displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda, even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad.
Because it's a carnival. Not a carnival. It's a musical. It's not propaganda. It's a musical. It's just a music, right? It's just music with with some edits made by AI. It's not even real. Yeah, it's totally fake. Never happens.
Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
Listen, man, I don't care how much you want clout or fucking social credit. Look how fucking embarrassed and uncomfortable he is. Look, he's sitting like this, right? He's sitting with his arm like crossed. That is 1-to-1 body language to I am uncomfortable as fuck right now. Like, Jesus, bro, grow a fucking spine already.
This is a 3-minute video of. What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like bad example, Chris Brown dancing. You know?
No. They do like they do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their actions all the time.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of violent jihadists, let's call them musically talented people.
They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use our brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen, you want to fucking bring a ship?
It would probably blow up Broadway, let's be honest.
Through here, we're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking sending in helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking, look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking they start overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what, dog? No more trade to Israel. If you are sending ships into Israel, if you are owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're going to take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore.
Yeah, that seems peaceful. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Yeah. I think that's totally okay. Yeah. I think that's there's nothing wrong with that at all. No, there's absolutely acceptable. Definitely in today's day and age, where morals and values are pretty unilateral throughout most countries, right? Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's that countries should be able to do this, right? Yeah, they should definitely be able to hijack transport out of countries. Yeah, I think that's totally viable. Totally.
Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're gonna enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's review his claims. His first claim is that the boat is headed for Israel. It's not. It's going from Turkey to India. The next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company.
Yeah, but Ethan, they're not perfect. They just made a mistake, man. They only made a mistake. They're not perfect. Come on, man. They did one thing wrong. Okay, maybe two things. You know, they raped, but who cares? All right, they're not perfect. They took over the wrong ship. Who cares, bro? It's just they're not perfect. Come on, man. Now you're really nitpicking the situation, bro. Come on.
And the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything.
That lines up with leftist values.
Hasan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
I hope he is, bro, because how can you suck so much cock without actually getting anything in return? Like, that's crazy to me.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling you that.
This is like a hostile. They're streaming this?
When he gets sued, they can literally use that, by the way. He said for the record. They can use him. They can use that information that he's saying that he's a propagandist. They can use that. They can legally use that against... Like, how stupid are you? How dumb can an individual be?
Yeah. Yeah. They're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrence. Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like, I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it disturbing that Hasan thinks that a slow...
Bro thinks it's a video game, bro. This guy thinks this is a GTA heist or some shit. Like, what the fuck? What? He's praising this shit. He's praising violence. He's praising murder. He's praising, like, fucking kidnapping. Oh, but it's for the greater good. Shut your bitch ass up, dude. What you mean, for the greater good? What's the greater good? When everyone dies? That opposes these people? Is that the greater good? God damn, bro.
Down of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel. 80% of Israelis were born there and do not have citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hasan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel to go back where they came from, Hasan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews...
I hate when they used it. Oh, well, white people used to do this back in the day. Yeah, back in the day, before civilization was a thing. Back in the day where they were barbaric. Back in the day where they killed people for less than what people are doing now. Back in the day, in a time, an era where the majority of people, especially us that are pale-skinned, agree that it's not okay. But we also understand that back in the day, it was different times, different morals, different values, right? That doesn't excuse the behavior. It is a reason why the behavior was what it was. The same thing was for when back in the day, when people got a headache, they would literally puncture, and I'm not even lying. They would puncture a hole in your skull because they believed that was good against headaches. I'm not even lying. Like, saying that, oh, they did it back then, so why can't we do it now? That's the most retarded reason ever. And then when you mentioned that there were a lot of people that fought against slavery, oh, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. They're still colonizers. They're still racists. Like, bro, what? Like, you can't win. You can't win with these people, bro. Even if you are on their side, the moment you disagree slightly, they throw you out. Why do you think the right is becoming so big? Because the left is becoming this big. They tolerate only this insignificant portion of the left. If you deviate from any sort of like opinion or have a take that is that's contradictory towards like left ideologies, you're instantly right wing. You're instantly extremist. Extreme right wing. Why do you think the right is becoming so big? Why do you think that the right is like losing their whole toleration for the left? You guys are crazy. You guys are insane. Actually insane. Holy shit, dude. Wow. Small crash out, but holy fuck.
Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild.
So these guys did all of this, right? They did all of this.
Is that their helicopter?
Yeah.
That looks like a legit helicopter.
It is a legit helicopter.
He's still contemplating whether this AI or not. Oh, God, please. Oh, bro. This dude, please. Bro, I beg you, bro. Please. You make good content. You're a funny guy, man. I've watched your streams. I haven't watched his stream, but I've watched his clips, and I've watched, like, content from this guy. I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I know this guy is funny, dude. He is entertaining. Why are you in Hasan's orbit? Why would you willingly be on stream with this guy? Unless it happens like, oh, well, I got paid 1 million, then I understand it, you know? If it's about money, you got paid to do it, I understand it, right? I really do. But holy shit, if you do this for free, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
This is wild.
So they take it over, they take it over, they take it over, and they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews, and they're like, all right, well, you know, we got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us, we're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a...
Imagine, I barge into your house, right? I break into your house with guns drawn on you, and then and then I say the most civilized thing I've ever heard while doing a kidnapping. I have no issue with you, but I'm taking your house. I don't want anyone to cause any troubles, otherwise I kill you. Very civil. Incredible. Nothing wrong with that. What a great guys. Actual heroes, man. What such heroes. Oh, I aspire to be even 20% of these guys, man. Holy shit.
A gun in your face. Hasan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us, we're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year. Prisoners to a terrorist organization.
They got killed and dropped into the ocean. They got fed to the sharks. There's no denying that. You can disappear for 1 year. 1 year, my dude. On the ocean. On a boat. No, they got killed and thrown into the ocean. They got ate by fish.
But don't worry, guys. Hasan says they have no problem with them.
No. They're like, all right, well, you know, we got no problems with you, you know, but you're coming with us.
Even the Hasan dick rider is like, I can't believe you just said that right now. I can't even believe it.
This is a 3-minute video of, what do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like, are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music.
You know what's the worst part about this whole video? This is not Ethan trying to paint a picture. These are all clips. All clips in full context. Full context, dude. Okay, yeah, sometimes he flashes back to out of context things that he said, but we already saw the full context of what he said. That's why he bring it back real quick. He is criminalizing himself, bro. Like, I think if he didn't even input anything into this video and he only showed Hasan clips back to back to back to back to back to back to back, like, bro, Ethan doesn't even do anything. This is just a guaranteed victory, bro. He is just giving this to him on the silver platter, and still are there people that actually support this guy. Nah, I'm dumbfounded, dude.
Video, Hasan.
I bet Hasan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hasan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Left the room?
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious, you know? But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
In hindsight, it's hilarious? What? Does he think this is some kind of shock humor or something? This wasn't like, haha, look, I made you watch this, haha, look at your reaction. No, this was not like a shock humor attempt at all. But this guy is like so far into this guy's scrotum that he's just like, oh, it was so funny. In hindsight, it was so hilarious.
Yeah, but like, I just and like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers.
Oh my god.
I was like, okay. Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a...
a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hasan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page.
There's no way. Is that true?
That's crazy. Click it. Dude, Hasan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
I mean, if it's on TikTok, you can probably watch it. I have some TikToks that got taken down, and those were just perfectly fine on YouTube. So TikTok definitely has some very strict policies on what you can and cannot say or cannot upload. Saying the word retard, for example, is very bad. I don't think TikTok allows that.
Here's another incident of Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with? They got a beautiful voice too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Oh, Hasan, my sweet, naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this? That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
Yeah, bro. Ethan, I'm good. I'm fucking good, bro.
Now we come to our sweet, beautiful, cute little TikTok twink. This hairless young man is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes. They call him Timothée Chalamet because he's a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, why are you doing that? Bro, you...
Because you're not a journalist, dude. You always shit on Asmongold that you somehow aren't the #1 political streamer. Guess what, bitch? Political figures aren't journalists. It's a different job entirely. You can't be both. You cannot claim to be a political streamer and then turn around and say, no, I'm actually a journalist, because you're not. Alright? You're not. And especially in this interview, you're not a journalist at all because you're biased as fuck. Alright?
You are going to get banned? I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Oh yeah, of course you would think that's ridiculous. Yeah. Imagine punishing the Lord himself, Hasan. How dare they? How dare they, bro? They should be delighted that he praises Twitch with his presence on their platform. They should kneel. They should beg. They should kiss his feet, dudes. They should fucking make a statue, a golden statue of this man. They should change the Twitch logo to his face. Because that's what he does. Because that's what he deserves. Because he is the God Hasan, who can't do no wrong, who is righteous and justice. Oh man, so I cracked myself up, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Hasan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops, to get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
Here we go.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. We love you too, man. Big time. Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved knives.
If one of those knives comes out in front of you, it's not going back until it has blood on it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America, and they...
Nah, you can't. They charm them over and make them anti-American. Yep. I also get charmed when a gun is in my face. I'll say whatever, bro. I'll hail Hitler. I'll say the N-word. I'll say anything, dude. There's a gun in my face, bro. I'll do anything. But no. They got charmed. Chat. They got charmed. Come on, man. Because they are educated and reasonable people. Because obviously they have the best of intentions when they have AK-47s in their faces. Of course.
The U.S. government.
That's so funny. I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?" What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
Hasan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terror.
And you know what it is? I bet this guy is just a fucking cheerleader. Just a face of this whole thing. I bet he never even used that knife that they were saying that it won't go back until there's blood on it. I'm willing to bet that he hasn't even done any of the things that he says he supports. I think this guy is just a fucking cheerleader, bro. He's just a face to make the terrorists seem better. What do you think? There's cheerleaders on football games. If the footballers are fucking up, the cheerleaders are hot so they can look at something else. Duh.
Terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hasan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did clout with them, and he danced some music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him, yeah.
So, I mean, what... That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, chilling with the captain that is beheaded. That's full of gunshot wounds. That's bleeding out on the floor. I bet he was vibing for real. Yeah. He definitely wasn't just fighting for his life. No. Surely not. No. What a bunch of nonsense, bro. There's some like cartoon logic, like, oh well, the guns don't shoot any bullet. They shoot positive vibes. This that like delusion that the pyro has from TF2. Like he looks like, oh, he's making bubbles everywhere and everyone's happy and glad and all like a dream paradise, but in reality he's burning everything to the ground and destroying everything. Shout out to you if you know that video. Very good. I like the Meta series from TF2 a lot. I think that's some very, very good content.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's...
He doesn't even believe this shit, bro. There's no way. Nah. That was disbeliefment, bro. He laughed, but that shit he did not. Nah, he did not believe a single word that was spoken there.
So funny.
It is super funny, the idea of kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews.
They got the fucking drip, bro. All of these motherfuckers are identified by their drip. It's good when you have to shoot them, so you know who to shoot.
And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so...
He likes the appeal He likes the retaliation aspect of terrorists. He doesn't like the actual terrorism and the gruesome behavior that they exhibit. He likes. He thinks it's all about the energy for him. The process and the actual acts of terrorism. That's not what he actually likes. He just likes the oppressiveness against a side he hates. But he can't openly say that the tests rape or murder or kidnapping, because then he'll lose his audience, which is all full of terrorist sympathizers.
Funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy. Okay, that's sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck!
Now, if that was the only kind of questions he would ask this terrorist, I think this... No, never mind. I was gonna say this would make a funny interview, but it would actually make him seem like a good guy or like a normal dude, and would like humanize this monster. I don't think that's good, actually. No, I retract my statement that I haven't said yet. Yeah, I think that's how it works.
There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
Does he know what One Piece is?
What if he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. That's fire.
He clearly hasn't been watching One Piece. Because if he was actually watching One Piece, he knows that what he's doing is actually what we criticize the government for doing. That's actually what the government in One Piece is doing. The bad side of One Piece. Or the bad guys in One Piece, I mean. He hasn't watched One Piece. He hasn't. And if he has been watching it with his eyes closed. Or, even worse, the fucking dub that he's watching, or the sub that he's watching, it gets translated into something completely different which supports terrorism or something. Because there's no way he watches One Piece with his eyes fucking open and he's actually absorbing the message of One Piece, and he turns around and becomes a fucking monster. There's no way. That's not possible.
That's so fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's flag, right? Now, I'm only halfway through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. Okay. But I do not remember Luffy's flag looking like this. Predictably...
I mean, squiggly lines, though, that was pretty accurate. I mean, the first Jolly Roger that he drew himself was very squiggly, you know? Like Arabic. Like very... You know? Like as if it's like written by a gay guy.
There was some blowback after this interview.
That was a joke, okay? Okay, relax. Alright, that was a joke. Alright, I know you fucking homophobic bastards would hate that joke. But I just have to state that so you idiots actually understand it's a joke. Alright? I don't like gay people. Okay. All right, whatever.
Into damage control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate, is not a Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either. You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi himself.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, whoa, wait. I hold on. I think this is the first time me and Hasan actually agree on something. Getting called something that you're not doesn't mean that you are something. Wow. We actually agree. Oh, wait, no, actually we don't. Because he calls people that are not even Nazis and stuff like that. So yeah. Also homophobic, transphobic, all the left the left buzzwords, you know. So yeah, no, we don't agree. He does know the message and he understands the logic, but he refuses to actually use it in an equal opportunity or an equal method. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
He's not a pirate, but, you know, I don't think he's not a pirate. He has reiterated the position that he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Yep. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude who they still to this day call a Houthi terrorist, Tim Houthi's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi.
Tim Houthi is not a Houthi. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. He already got banned, by the way. Look what he says. Stop saying he wasn't anti-Semitic. Of course he won't say it because he is on our broadcast. I thought he wasn't a Houthi.
Because he's not! No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview, though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
All right, let's just take Hasan's word for it and assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary Yemen teenager.
He is still supporting them. He is still advocating and praising their actions. He is finding them cool and badass. That is still bad. And promoting somebody on your platform is still very bad. So I don't know what this like argument is. Oh, well, he's not even a Houthi, guys. Like, this is like saying like, oh, I didn't interview Hitler. I only interviewed somebody who's a fan of him. That's completely different. He's not even a Nazi. He's not even a Nazi, bro. Like he didn't even live when it was going on. Like, come on, bro. Like I didn't even suck him off that bad. Like, holy shit, dude. Like that's how he sounds. That's how he sounds, bro. Like, it's crazy to me like how much he defends things that are so illogical. It's actually insane.
Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines up.
All right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours. Ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" The meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike, or how Hasan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called "Houthis Use Social Media to Boost Global Prominence and Support"?
Only halfway through the video. Only halfway through the video. What the fuck?
Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv. The Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military...
It's the dildo. It's a butt plug, bro.
Hamas thing. This is a butt plug.
Yes.
Just saying. To every Zionist, I will put this into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. That's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do.
Oh, no, don't do this, man. Oh, man. At least I know that he's not dissing One Piece and he's dissing Hasan for comparing the Houthis with One Piece and actually Straw Hats, like. But holy fuck, man, that shit hurts to see. I swear to God.
They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance. Because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Oh, he's not perfect, dude. He's not perfect. He's just a teenager. He's a teenage boy in Yemen. He's just Goldfinger, right? He's not perfect, bro. Come on. He's not perfect at all. He makes some mistakes here and there. Come on. He's a teenager. What a garbage fucking argument.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a kid in Yemen, dude. What do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth.
Did he just unironically call every single Yemen person a fucking terrorist? Or he didn't say, he implied it. Like, if his excuse is, oh, he's just a young boy in Yemen, that is saying, oh, that's normal behavior there. Everyone does that. Insane.
Just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on.
It's just a person on a pike. That's how, like, bro. He is so desensitized by this shit, dude. He is so desensitized by this shit because he has been consuming so much of this horrible propaganda that this doesn't even seem bad to him. He thinks people can just say this. People can just say this. Bro, God forbid somebody says this about his precious Kamala Harris, dude. God forbid somebody did this to Kamala Harris or some like other left-winging fucking political figure that he likes. Holy fuck, dude. This guy is so unhinged.
On a pike on that photo, unless I saw something different.
Hasan claims this isn't even a Jewish.
Yeah, you saw something different, bro. You got the pyro view. You got the pyro view, bro. This is what Hasan sees, by the way. Look, he just has a popsicle for the little guy. See what I mean? Still not convinced? Hold on. Here, look at this. Still not convinced? I got another one. This is what I mean with pyro view. Hasan has pyro view. Anyway, shout out to a very, very cool psychotic character in gaming history. Anyway.
Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hasan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer.
Oh, here we go.
First, he needs a bigger nose, right,
yeah,
Hasan?
yeah.
Of course, he needs a yarmulke.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Hasan. He dropped his dreidel. He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic. It's not a Jewish person. He said, I think why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is happening?
Oh no, here comes the leftist in him. Why am I getting punished for my own behavior, bro? Why can't you just leave me alone? I can answer these questions because I'm wrong, but I can tell you that I'm wrong because then you'll know I'm wrong. So I'm going to blame you for making me tell the truth that you already know. Don't do this to me, Chad. Come on, man. I thought you were nice to me. I thought you reinforced my delusions, man. Come on, man. Don't make me cry on stream. God, what a pathetic fucking loser, man. Holy shit.
How many steps removed are we from this situation?
0?
Yeah, 0.
You platformed him. Do you not remember?
Yeah.
Did the check not clear or something?
Didn't he accuse XQC and Aiden Ross for having Trump on his stream as well? Oh, wait a minute. He did, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He's such a fucking hypocrite, bro. Holy dude. Oh, man. Oh, man, bro. This guy is pathetic. God, 50 minutes.
Faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you.
I hate the chat that doesn't believe in my delusions, man. I hate every single person that doesn't agree with my delusional mindset and doesn't agree with me blaming others for my own actions. God, I'm losing my mind just watching this video, bro.
You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is running thin on this matter. The endless selfishness, the untapped well of American selfishness and American individualism is in full display.
Oh, let's blame America for my action, brother. Yeah, America.
How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hasan deploys to sidestep any criticism is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I've seen him do this so many times. He frames it like you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is, because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
Claiming that I am, too pro-Houthi. When someone is like focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening. He also apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck, blow your nose, brother, love you, not trying to be mean, just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed, much love.
That is such a heartfelt, like, no ill intent comment. How does this guy have a chat, dude? Like, what? And he bans him.
Fuck you, dude.
He bans him. He bans him for telling, yo, you're sounding a little bit nasally. Maybe, like, you know, blow your nose a little bit. What the fuck?
Argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid? Everything that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say I'm a stenographer of the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think there's any evidence that I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I am doing the propaganda for.
While we're having this conversation, 3,000 Piers, while we're having this back and forth, 3,840 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish, self-centered conversation to have.
This deflection of the topic just to state something that's going on. Yo, did you know that every single, like 5 seconds somebody dies? What do you mean? Why are you arguing about something dumb and completely irrelevant when every person dies? No, not every person. Every 5 seconds somebody dies in the world, dude. People die every day, dude. Why are we talking about this bullshit when every single day somebody dies? Like, what is this argument? There is no argument. This deflection. This is like straying away from the topic because he doesn't know how to answer his stupid fucking logic because there's no goddamn logic in his fucking brain left. Oh man, I'm starting to crash out. I'm sweating. It's about 31 degrees inside here right now, by the way. Like, maybe you can see me. I'm glowing right now. Okay, like everything is sticky, bro. Fucking hell.
Technique is so powerful because everyone is afraid of being labeled as a genocide denier. Piers Morgan, with decades of experience, immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself. And grow a pair, Piers. Stand up for yourself, man. It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists.
I mean, Piers doesn't get intimidated often. Did he get intimidated by that?
Activists who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th. Like Hasan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is? Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm going to click close. I'm closing it.
Let me guess where Yemen is, okay? With the information that I have, I believe Yemen is this India, right? I think Yemen should be like, I don't know, here? Maybe? I'm guessing it's gonna be right here. That's my guess.
Closing it. I think Nope.
Why are you in Africa, dude?
Nope.
Oh, okay. That's why. Well, like I said, I don't know where Yemen is, but I don't advocate for them either, so yeah.
Got it.
How can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically exploit it?
To sidestep any criticism.
What a bigot. Before we move on, Hasan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
He's in Disneyland while having during a genocide, dude. I can't believe he's actually having fun while people are getting genocided. Holy shit, dude. How dare you, Hasan? Are you drinking Coke right now? Coke is sponsored by Israel. Have you seen that clip where a supporter comes to him and said, "Oh, you're not supposed to be drinking that. That's Israel."
Yeah. Now this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him, which means that for most of his life he has withstood genocide, right?
19 years old. 19. Are we excusing adults now? Oh, wait. Probably way more adult, because wherever he lives, probably like the age of consent is like 13 or some shit. So, are we excusing adult behavior now? Are we gonna treat adults like children all of a sudden? Are they now teenagers all of a sudden, even though he's 19? And he was probably legal when he was 13? Are we gonna do that? Huh? Let me see what the age of consent is in Yemen. Ages of consent by country, sex difference, age difference, and authority between partners. None. There's none. There's absolutely none. What a barbaric society, dude. No child is actually safe. What the fuck, bro?
Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically.
I understand the correlation. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I understand the correlation. I do. I really do. The correlation is they both like grew up while being terrified of war, right? I think that's why he said Anne Frank. But holy shit, is this in bad taste because he's anti-Jewish. Oh my god. I can't believe you made this fucking comparison, dude. I really wow. I'm amazed.
Okay, being able to talk to Anne Frank in real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Anne Frank. I never really cared that much about her or like the World War II. Even though, you know, it literally happened in the capital of my country. But just because one city got blown to smithereens and she was hiding in Amsterdam doesn't affect me. Not Amsterdam, Rotterdam. Right? I don't fucking know. Whatever, bro. Like, it doesn't affect me, alright?
Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life, except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy, who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
Although, I do have to, again, be really critical about this point. I truly believe that social media has radicalized people that would normally never actually become as radical as they are now. And I'm a good example, alright? I used to not care about anything. I was pretty much a nihilist. I didn't care about nothing, alright? I didn't care about no social politics, didn't give a fuck. Don't care, right? But social media has really I wouldn't say I'm not radical, but I've definitely got influenced by social media a lot. I mean, getting bombarded with like politics day in, day out. I try to stay away from them as possible. That's why I have a time limit on my Twitter usage on my phone. If I have like 1 hour Twitter per day on my phone. Yeah. I do believe I don't think Anne Frank would be as radical as this Houthi guy, but I do think that social media definitely has something to do. Like, social media in essence is like a train wreck. You don't want to watch it, but you can't look away, right? And if you see enough train wrecks, that becomes normal. You get desensitized. Another train wreck, right? Another train crash, right? Just like with the school shootings in America. Yet again, another another school got shot. Oh well, it's like the 15th this month. Like, you know, people are just so easily desensitized to something. It's because they want to protect their sanity. If they constantly freak out about everything, if it happens often enough, you'll become crazy. But it's also very dangerous, because the moment you start to get desensitized towards things that are supposed to be, you know, actually not towards something that you're supposedly not if you get desensitized towards something that you're not supposed to be desensitized by, that's when the issue arises. That's when you get Hasan, who actively promotes terrorism, not liberation, disregards that they raped people, disregards that they kill people. He's assuming all the actions they're doing is good and calculated. They came into the ship and they convinced them to say kumbaya and just be all good and happy with them. What kind of delusion is that, dude? But yeah, anyway, social media changes people. It does. And I think he's a victim of that.
You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition.
No, yeah. People don't know this about Anne Frank, but she used to steal pens. Yeah. I think she wrote that book, huh? Stealing. Yeah, she's a criminal. Yeah. Also, she hid from the law. So yeah, she's a fugitive as well. She's an actual criminal. She 100% deserved what happened to her. 100%. There's no excuse. What are we talking about, dude? What the fuck?
Just for you, Hasan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is...
Yeah, but... she's not perfect. Oh, man. Oh, I'm actually losing my mind. I'm actually losing my mind, dude.
No other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing it. He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who's disseminating it to more and more people in a way more...
He's polishing the sword of their fight, bro. He's literally polishing their swords in their war. Think about that, man. He is sharpening their weapons so they can continue all the atrocities that they're doing. It's insane.
Consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hasan likes to obfuscate on this and says nobody cares when Sean...
Bro, imagine somebody made a flag death to all Turks. Holy fuck, bro. The leftists would fucking implode, man.
Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo. Exactly, dude.
Nobody is saying you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people.
Yeah, tea with Hitler.
You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north. It's Hezbollah. Where do I even begin? Thousands of civilians have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks. They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister. They've hijacked civilian airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers. And if you can imagine, that's not even the worst things they've done. They participated in the slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians to help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians in what can only be described as a genocide. They are a designated terrorist group by the US, by the EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after their participation in the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them. Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
Two people like them, actually. Two. You're about to see.
They are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
This is Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Hasan Piker, this man is a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai...
Of course he likes him. He's called Hassan. They're name twins. It's almost impossible to not like somebody with the same name.
Hassan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, what do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are.
I don't have an issue with them.
If we search the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion, we would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
I don't have an issue with them.
If Jews all gathered in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after them worldwide. The
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew, the murderers of the prophet, the Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen. Listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about, like, some of their attitudes about, like, gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million.
Did he just say that homophobes are more intelligent? Did he just say that? Did he just say because he acquired enough knowledge, he is allowed to be anti-LGBTQ? He said that towards people that are primarily left. He really said that? What? What? Bro, let Asmongold say this. Let Asmongold say, oh, but he is so well studied in psychology that he can say that the LGBTQ is bad. So you can't even disregard his knowledge and his wisdom and his actual intellectualism. You can't even argue against it. Like, imagine, dude. What is this guy actually saying? He is literally advocating and defending ideologies and thought processes that he actually punishes and attacks when somebody from the right says it. But he is part of my favorite terrorist group, so he's all fine. God damn, dude.
Okay. Like, it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The more you learn,
this is why it's Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows. It's crazy.
You heard it here, guys. You heard it here, chat. If you are smart enough and you have acquired enough knowledge, you can be homophobic. Hell, people should agree with you when you say it.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
Chat, he read more books. He read more books, bro. You can't even imagine how many books he read to come to this conclusion. He is so smart. It is not even possible to actually understand his genius of the man himself, Hasan, whatever the fuck he's called. You can't even imagine. He's not even in the same universe anymore. His brain needs to get installed into a black hole because it's infinite. It's infinite. You can't even contain his knowledge in his physical brain, so he had to upload it to a black hole. That's how smart this guy is, man. That's how much books he read. God, what a fucking idiot.
And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant person in terms of, like, everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods. You might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of, like...
These are all arguments that most people have supporting Trump that he always, like, cuts off. I don't like Trump either. All right, I think he does some funny shit, and I think he does definitely do some things that that should have happened long ago, right? But he literally is using the same logic, the same arguments, like the same thought processes that all these megas are talking about, dude. But, oh, yeah, no, that's not true. That's not true. He hasn't read enough books. He hasn't read enough books. Nope. He needs to read books. Chat, if you ever want to win an argument with somebody, remember, make sure you keep account of how many books you read. Oh my god, what is this video, bro?
In terms of his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that. But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
Knowledge. I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization, but have you considered this?
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim, okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim. So, of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hasan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet.
Who has ever said this? I've never heard this in my entire goddamn life, dude. Never.
Is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
They just kind of were there. They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
They just kind of were there.
Hezbollah started launching rockets into Israel hours.
They were just there, chat. They're not perfect, all right? They were just living their lives, all right? They were just being humans, all right? They were just eating and drinking and sleeping and just doing regular, normal human things. And they happened to be neighbors of Israel, and they suddenly bombed them out of nowhere for no particular reason whatsoever that can never be justified, ever.
After the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 200.
No, that's kind of a skill issue, though. Like 1,200 rockets? Only 100 victims? Damn, bro. Who was aiming on that shit? God damn, bro. What kind of ratio is that? 100 people, 1,200 rockets? That's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about something. I can't even do this in my head. I don't know. Why am I pretending? Anyway.
50,000 Israelis from northern Israel.
Oh, I was about to say, dude. Oh, wait, displaced. Okay, so they fled from the bombs. 250 people survived the bombing. Okay, that's good. I'm glad they did.
It's what caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Shit. Why did he ask that? What do I say? Do I tell him the real reason? No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this. They just kind of were there. Hell yeah, another slick political saved by boots on the ground.
Oh, man.
Hasan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Even as a pro-Palestine activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever.
Yeah, because the moment he starts to speak actual logical sense, or make logical sense, he loses the advantage he has. All his arguments are based on false information to make it seem better than it is. He is projecting his pyro glasses towards his audience.
Hasan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are without a doubt the most extreme.
God damn, bro. This is sick. This is actually sick. And normally I use sick as in like that's cool, but this time I'm actually using sick in the sense of this is sickening. Having a child wield or hold that gun in a what is that? Like he's like holding a speech or whatever. Like, oh, God. And then these literally suicide bombers, and he's carrying bombs as well. Like, oh my God, bro. I don't care what Israel has done, bro. This is unacceptable. It's unfucking acceptable, bro. Actually unacceptable. Like, and if Israel soldiers did this too, I would also denounce it. This is just sick. This is twisted, and this is monster behavior. Actually disgusting.
Of all of these terrorist organizations, they are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law. That's their stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100...
The religion of peace, guys. Religion of peace. Muslim, the religion of peace.
Suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people of Gaza and repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas leaders billionaires?
And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar...
I know what they're millionaires, because they're not allowed to, fuck, what was it again? Which saves them money or something. I don't know. I'll fix it and edit.
Penthouses in Qatar.
That lines up with leftist values. Or, well, they were billionaires. Because they're all dead. They killed it all. They're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them. No, is this Islam again? Hasan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay.
We had to make last-minute changes to this part to prevent it from being age-restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and I will attempt to narrate it for you as best I can.
The fact that he has to edit this in a way on YouTube that it is allowed on YouTube, that says enough what he says, bro. What the fuck?
Scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's more than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
These hostages are being released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hasan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
Doesn't he know psychology, dude? People, when they're nervous, they tend to smile and laugh. What?
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict on the way out. Oh, yep. Look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is
they're probably like covered from head to toe, so they couldn't, so you couldn't see all the bruises and whatever the fuck else they did to these people, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, that's just speculation, of course. But from educated guessing, I wouldn't be surprised.
Crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors.
Yeah.
She's gonna miss their hospitality. Like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next week, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part.
Wow, how stupid can you be?
Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts? Keep waving. Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing.
Yeah, they're chilling, all right. Quivering even.
But he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos and watch it on stream. There's no way. Okay, it's getting hard to defend him. Freedom fighters, musical shit.
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering.
Yay, they're producing their murder weapons all on their own. They're so so independent, chat. Look how independent my terrorist group is, bro. Oh, I'm so proud of them. Oh man, brings me to tears. Oh, I watched these guys grow up. Some blew up, but oh god, amazing.
Offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
How does he have chair streams? Yet he's not like, you know what? How about just eat off stream? Like, he's comfortable leaving a seat, doesn't he? He's really comfortable leaving a seat for hours. Okay, maybe not hours, but like for a very long time. But he has to eat while on stream. Probably his excuse like, oh, I can't give too much commentary chat because I'm eating. Shut the fuck up, bro.
Is that COD?
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of this one film I watched. It was like a documentary of how Hitler was trying to take over well, whatever he tried to take over, obviously, and they also showed off. There you go. They also showed off how they were creating their own weapons. Now, I see the correlation. I see like bad people that have bad intentions and want to murder and kill and do all sorts of horrible stuff to others. They always like flexing with, look at, not only our deeds are really sick, but we also make our own weapons, dude. Holy shit, bruh. God damn. This is like LeBron starting off as a youngin' and he just made his own basketball to become a real I don't know if that's his origin story. I'm just making shit up, by the way. I don't know nothing about LeBron. Like LeBron just makes his own basketball and that's how he became #1 basketballer in the world. Like, like what the fuck are we talking about, man? Oh god, this video is oh my god, it's still like 30 minutes long. And we're already 3 hours. Fuck me.
One minute, 36 seconds. Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less from a journalist such as Hasan.
Quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
Wait, he's trying to, clean his mouth so he can, preach.
That's crazy.
Wow.
He's done it again. We love you.
We will continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers.
Ah, yes. We will commit crimes to every local snipers with our snipers. Yeah. Nice.
Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well. They're saying like artisanal snipers. So
okay, so why why wouldn't it be okay if the American government, after seeing this message, right? Sees the message, why wouldn't it be okay for them to completely obliterate them? Why not? Hey, they're challenging the big dog. They're biting off more than they can chew. The only reason why America hasn't blown these motherfuckers to bits is because of political discourse. It's because of Hasan. People like Hasan. People with like-minded opinions who are anti-Israel. When the majority of the people there are anti-Hamas is because they're terrorists. And they're not even supporting Israel. But they're anti-Palestine because they're ignorant. Because they believe because Palestine is Hamas, right? But this is obviously not Hamas. This is like, I don't know, some other terrorist organization, whatever, right? People are anti-terrorists, but that can be, right? That's unacceptable. You cannot be anti-terrorists. No, because then you're a Zionist, right?
Why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes of uninterrupted Hamas propaganda? I'm sure he has a good answer.
Oh, it is Hamas. Okay.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen, okay? You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation.
I agree. Go ahead, USA. Go ahead. Use your nukes. Blow Hamas up. Do it. He says no half measures. Gotta hit full gen. Can't do half gen. Something about occupation. Like, what the fuck, man? Oh, what the fuck?
Okay. Which is basically what America did back in the day when, you know...
Oh, here comes it again. Oh, back in the day, they were monsters. Yeah, so you become monsters to the people that aren't monsters anymore? Great analogy. Great. Perfect.
We were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny? What the fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad. I mean, he's really saying nothing here. So he has no good reason.
Nope.
Got it.
Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda. But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified.
Duh. Of course it has been verified. How to verify? Bro, we can't even verify it in the West. We can't even properly actually find out who raped somebody in the West. Imagine doing that in the Middle East without the court system. Like, what the fuck is this argument, dude? What the fuck?
And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who are simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly raped. As I said then, I say today, Israel has a right to defend itself.
What rapes did Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again. Doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
So he believes the people that are willingly and laughingly and joyfully kill people, murder people, disembody people, kidnap people. Yeah, but rape, that's out of the question. Only this one instance happened, but the rest, nah, never happened. No way.
Hamas has committed horrific acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls, men and boys slaughtered after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish...
What? Terrorists? Sexual violence? Nah, not my terrorist group. Nah, not my mans, bro. Nah, it can't be, bro. It can't be. There's no way.
People.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7. Like,
Holy shit, Ethan, you set him up fucking hard for that one.
It doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen. The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot, obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hasan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hasan needs a rape kit from a mutilated body. It's so vile to deny the suffering and trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize...
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Ethan. They're not perfect. That's what makes them great. Make terrorists great again! Make them perfect!
that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both. And it can be done, but not while people like Hasan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hasan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner.
What is this? And now, let's move on to our next terrorist organization, Twitch TV.
I like the little,
Sinwar. Nasrallah. Dan.
Don't use One Piece posters, man. Don't do it. Oh, man. Oh, God. Fucking hell.
Clancy. Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization. It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda. Dan Clancy has been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50, which he reversed after backlash. He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the screen, was also reversed after backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing.
Nope.
Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees. That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins. He likes Hasan. He really likes Hasan. Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself.
I need to see that again.
From a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes. Don't you think that might be part of the problem?
Yo, wait, hold on. Look at his face. Chat. Hear me out. Tom Clancy is a future version of Hasan. Yep. They're identical.
There, Danny boy.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked. I'm
Happy
cooked.
birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
Oh yeah, but there's nothing special, right? Because they do that with every single big streamer, right? That's just an exception. They do this with everyone, right? It's not just a one-time thing. They do this with everyone, right?
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hasan Piker. How humiliating.
You should copyright strike them. Happy birthday is a copyrighted song. So whoever owns the copyright of that song, copyright them. Do it. Would be fun.
Humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there, and now you're in your stories feed.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
What was it? What he watches again? What was it? What he watches again?
That's very nice. Yeah. That's also.
He was like, shit.
Okay.
This is why he made the swimsuit swimming tag. All right, the bath clothing for the swimsuits. Whatever it was called. I don't know. I don't watch Twitch. Bathtub something. I don't know.
Okay. Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there.
Yes.
And now you're in your stories. Okay?
Okay.
I mean, look at this Twitch thing, bro. Like, he was praising all these Europeans making these accomplishments, and then this woman, she organized a quiz show. Other people raised money for charity by going around the globe or like doing all sorts of crazy shit. But her, not her, but like her, as in where the video was about, she made a quiz show that lasted 2 hours. Incredible.
That's very nice. Yeah. That's also.
Have a seat on that chair.
Okay.
What were you doing with your pants there?
You know, Dan, I would have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't happen twice, roll it.
You want to
what?
See clips? Swipe this
PTSD.
way and now
PTSD.
you're seeing clips. The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch and you get caught.
No, I mean, I have to defend Dan Clancy here a little bit. I mean, yes, algorithm can be the case, right? However, I think making that kind of content or presenting yourself in that way, that's way more creepy than actually enjoying it. Because people who enjoy looking at women that look good, I don't know why people say that's creepy. Because they post it. Their intention is for you to watch it. Posting it, I think making the content itself or presenting yourself in this kind of context and kind of way, that's the creepy stuff. It's not following these bitches. Okay, it's a bit creepy, don't get me wrong, but like, let's be honest, bro. And he allowing these bitches to be on the platform because he wants to watch these bitches. Bro, imagine you have your own platform and these people, these women are posting these thirst traps. Like, your own platform, dude? Of course he would cater his own platform to what he likes. Why do you think he disowns all the right side politics? Why do you think that? Because he doesn't like that. Yeah, that's why. Because he's biased.
With the fucking... You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Bro, come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughter.
What? Oh. I take back everything I said. I take back everything I said. I did not know he was married. Did he have a ring? I wasn't even paying attention if he had a ring. I think we saw his left hand anyway, so. Wow, he's married? God damn, dude.
Daughters. We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro. It's also a little bit disturbing considering, you know, he's these people's bosses. Okay? All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists. So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot?
Whoa, why aren't you blurring this, dude? What the fuck? No warning? Fucking hell.
And buy some rope.
She's one of Hasan's main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians.
She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know.
It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated $10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Whoa! The bathrobe talk, dude. What the fuck? I didn't know that. I didn't know the bathrobe could talk.
Difference between, like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Take.
Fair, reasonable take. He's like, yo, I don't want to support something that the majority of my viewers don't support with their money, so I won't. I mean, we've seen what happened with the person with the that made FNAF, right? Scott Cawthon, when he donated something like Trump related or something, and people got pissed, right? Anyway, I think this is a very responsible thing to do. I mean, I think Ludwig, in essence, can definitely be a little bit, how do you say this? Not really responsible in some aspect. I mean, recently he literally had like this stream where he invited his alcoholic friend, and he nearly drank to the point of blacking out, which is obviously not good. And he has he's streaming on YouTube, so I don't know the age ranges on YouTube. I think it's a little bit older than that, than Twitch, but regardless, and he just failed to take responsibility for his actions, you know. But regardless, I do think that he can be very responsible. I mean, I've seen him do stuff that I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree, right? And he's entertaining, right? I think he's also an entertaining guy. And I don't think he's, in essence, a bad person. He might make mistakes here and there, right? We all do. So I don't really fault him for that. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think it's a very reasonable thing to say, like, okay, well, I used my own money, which, I mean, is it his own money? Is kind of, you know, that's debatable, I guess. I mean, if you're an entertainer or content creator, like, your money is their money, but regardless, right? Anyway, he didn't want to make a charity or people, he didn't want to make a stream where a charity was, Jesus, he didn't want to make a stream where people could donate to a charity that not everyone supports, right? Which is very good. Miss Bathrobe here had some different opinions, I guess.
I know Arabs are dying, but you know, I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do whatever you want.
Obviously, she donated every single penny she has, dude. Bro, look at that mic. That is clearly a mic from $5 from Walmart. She doesn't have anything anymore, bro. She spent everything, every single penny, everything she has. Everything she has. She doesn't even have any clothing. This is her only pair of clothes. She doesn't even have a clothing anymore. She donated it all for all the victims that got bombed by Israel. What? Oh wait, she didn't. Oh wait, she didn't. Shut the fuck up, bro.
I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Look, if you're not actively believing, if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like...
He spends $10K. If we don't believe in the cause, like, what the fuck goes in her head, bruh? He spends 10K. 10K. If you don't believe in the cause, if you don't manipulate your audience to spend more money on things you want them to spend on, that's bad. You should manipulate your audience to spend things on you, because my chat is full of people that are manipulated and they believe everything I say because they're stupid fucking idiots. But I don't tell them that. I just say that they're very smart, because then they believe me and then they'll like me more, because I'm actually a terrible person who nobody actually fucking likes outside of my fucking circle. Anyway.
Keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like,
keep the fork on the table, bruh. Stop eating.
Like, what do you want? Do you want me to say like congratulations?
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and
what? I didn't even realize that. What? Nah. Tip emergency rent. Nah, dudes. Oh my god, what a pathetic woman, man. What the hell?
Telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, no kids, you need to give that 10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test.
Keep your fucking money.
But what?
Yeah, she's totally gonna spend that $800, and she's gonna donate it, right? Especially if she hits the 1,400, she's gonna donate every single penny of that towards the great cause that she believes in.
Wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This must hit hard if you're a retard. This must really hit hard if you're a retard, man. Holy shit.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based?
Based. God.
Based? Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Based?
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines.
Yeah, but she's also a protective group. She's a retard. You can't make fun of retards, dude. Come on. This whole video is about it. Actually, Ethan, I can't believe you made this video. How dare you actually talk about these retards, man? Oh wait, what's it called? Mentally impaired people. I just realized that you're making fun of them. How dare you, Ethan? How dare you actually make fun of these mentally impaired individuals? I can't believe you did that. That's... No. Just for that, I'm gonna dislike the video. That's... Oh, God. That's... No. No. You can't do that.
But wait. There's more.
Okay. 6250. 9/11 baking stream with Raph and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake. And we'll make an airplane. And we'll recreate 9/11.
Why is she eating her mic? She just wants to eat. She's like with that mic, like, I want to eat. Oh, wait, it might be pink, but it's not eatable. Like, anyway, what she said is disgusting, obviously. Do I have to even say that? I don't think I have to say that. Listen, this would be a joke if she didn't meant it. That's the problem. Jokes are supposed to be something that you say that you don't mean, but they sound either very funny or they sound very shock value. They have a lot of shock value, right?
This tweet was the final straw for me. You'll notice the date is October 7th, 2023, the morning of the massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of civilians. Here's what she tweeted. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said. It's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
איפה אתם? יואו, ממי, צריכים מיקום. תתחברו, תמצאו מקום, תתחברו. אבל אני אוהבת אותך, אנחנו בתוך הרכב, אי אפשר לצאת. אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. אני בא, ממי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long. Dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession, but for some reason Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award. Together for Legendary Woman.
What?
In which she would get front page placement all year long.
This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Awards, an award show put on by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice. It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit?
I think what they meant to say, like, is rising, but it's actually mirrored, so it's actually going down. I think that's the problem. They mirrored it, and they're like, oh, look, she's going up, but actually, they had it in mirrored mode, so they were going down.
Because Frogan is the two-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45...
With Denims, with Denims besides her, bro. That's crazy. He hasn't even talked about Denims yet. Is he actually going to talk about Denims as well?
5-minute-long segment. Her idea that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra. Now,
you can't do that, bro. That's crazy.
Why does Love Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel.
It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. But it's like those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America, insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you...
How did they get 4 retards in the room? Or actually 3 and 1 on Zoom, bro. What the fuck?
You think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a...
What's wrong with their hands? Why do they look like that? Why is her ring finger and her middle finger... It's connected. It's like... Is she doing like the Star Trek thing? Like, oh wait, no, that's this, right? I don't know, whatever. What the fuck, bro? She got like weird hands.
Passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also Jewish. Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way, everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
Let's hear it. Here we go.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right.
Yeah, they're booing you over your decision of putting Ethan Klein on there for picking him out. Not that they hate Ethan Klein, you morons.
Turn that up. Turn the giraffes.
We all know where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist. That was a joke. That was just a joke.
Oh, that was a joke, chat. That was a joke. It was just a joke, even though I fully meant it with every single fiber in my being. God damn, bro.
In my
Denims.
Denim should have been Thanos snapped by Thanos. And I hope that Iron Man didn't actually sacrifice himself to save her. That was a joke, chat. What a joke. What a joke, chat. No, like seriously, that was a joke. I don't. No matter how terrible I think this woman is, I would never wish death on anyone. I'm not like that.
Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
That's easy. That's definitely Love Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pulled me, one of the best-known Jewish creators, and immediately put me.
You know what the funny thing is? Before this whole like Israel versus Palestine thing, I didn't even know this guy was Jewish. Hell, I didn't even know Jewish was a thing. I thought people were just like, you know, you had like Christians, you had like Muslims, and you had like Jews, right? It was just a religion. The Jewish beliefs. I thought it was just a religion. I never knew it was actually a race. That's how crazy it is.
In Sabra. Hasan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists. Once again, calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the? You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish,
why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail?
Oh. Of course she's thirsting over Hasan. Even though Hasan would never give her the day of light, let's be honest. He wouldn't even touch her with a 6 fucking meter pole.
one of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, in the category next to me, when he's not even featured in the game. Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein? Seth Rogen? Schindler? Well, he wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be real.
It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So loves Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist. And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism, and this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible?
With Samsung, Capcom, Chevron, TwitchCon, why is it all like ending on com? What the fuck? But like, look at these fucking sponsors, dude. They're disgracing these sponsors with anti-Semitism. You think Samsung would be happy with that? No. You think Capcom would be happy with that? No. These people don't think, man. Especially not Twitch.
Right in front of their sponsors, too. Chevron, Capcom.
I did not pre-watch this video. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. I just notice things and then I tell them, alright? I did not pre-watch this video. I did not watch any clips of this either. I didn't know anything about anything of this video. I swear to God.
And Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why?
After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to...
Bro is not using that. Bro is not using that fucking thing, bro. He's not. I don't know why he got a treadmill behind him, but he's not using it.
Do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at...
Director in Community Marketing. Director of what? Director of what? What does a Twitch director do? It's not a movie, my boys.
Some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem?
Nope. Blocked.
Dan's response? Permanent ban.
Yep.
Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question. Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch?
Ban.
Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in?
Because if they actually answer these questions, they can't. They can't answer these questions, so they won't. They can't answer them, so they won't. And they think, just like children, they put all the stuff in their room under their bed, and then they tell their mom, look, I cleaned my room. Even though they know damn well every fucking piece of trash that was in your room is still underneath your fucking bed. And then your mom comes in and then points it out, and I go, oh, yeah, and then just go cry, and then, I don't know, whatever.
What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it.
Which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months.
Okay, but a post on YouTube and Twitter, and I didn't know about this? How did this not become a thing? How did this not... What?
He created a support ticket with Twitch. It was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced...
I'm sorry, bro, but this can't be a language. Look at this, dude! Look at this! This can't be a language, dude. What the fuck? I thought kanjis were complicated. What the fuck is this, dude?
And American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan
Don't worry, dude. YouTube and Kick are available.
Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him.
When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that, unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy.
They tried their best moves. The first one failed, so they tried the other one that also failed. And then they realized, oh shit, my PP is down. That's the Pokemon reference. Just so you know, that sounded, I don't know, whatever. You know, PP is like the points. I think it's called it's Pokemon points or something. You need them to use special moves for your Pokemon. Whatever, you understand.
Media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined? You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that? That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the little Houthi twink terrorists were all unbanned and they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome.
Yeah, don't platform him, bro. Don't platform this guy. Sneeko is debatable, but this moron, absolutely not.
I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch.
The haters, yeah, after you rightfully got banned on Twitch by being very racist and wearing a KKK outfit. Yeah, very unreasonable. The haters, yeah.
Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those 3 creators at that exact time, and being 3 of the best-known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message.
And then
is Nico anti-Semitism? I don't know. I've never really watched anything of him lately. I knew when like Andrew Tate was in the come up, right? He did like his little Andrew Tate stuff, but I haven't really seen him since then.
Then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist. And guess where her very next job was at? That's right.
Twitch.
Twitch TV.
Apparently, she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened.
That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite. Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget.
Inclusive marketing, that's already wrong. That's already dumb.
Churmating on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause?
I mean, look at her, bro. She just looks toxic. There's like a certain look somebody has, and the nose ring doesn't help, and the nose piercing also doesn't help, but she just looks toxic.
And be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side. This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
Inclusion doesn't count for white people. We already knew this. It's only for people with dark skin. Nothing new. These racists always have these like very racist ideologies and rules that they make up. They even have like special sections to include racism in their TOS. That's crazy to me. Actually insane. Equal treatment? Nah, we don't do that. We don't do it because you're white. Because you deserve less because you're white.
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact who were both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this if she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here? This is insane.
Yeah, listen, I am on the firm belief of if you have a job, right, and you advocate having this job and you have a very special and important job, right, that deals with judgment, you should not have a Twitch or should not have a Twitter. You should not make a Twitter. And if you have a Twitter, you repost cat pictures or whatever. You don't engage with any politics or anything that would contradict anything regarding your job. People like this should not have the freedom of speech on social media. Now, Twitch is obviously full of retards, right? So they don't really care. And for some reason, Bezos still doesn't care either. I mean, let's be honest, bro. Like, Bezos is like, he hears, I got a leak in my roof. I'll just buy a new roof. The moment he doesn't see the benefit of Twitch anymore, he'll just disband it. It's just gone, honestly. And at this point, it's almost like I don't wish anyone, would lose their jobs or whatever, right? Like, if you're a full-time streamer and you're making your rent with that, good on you, But, like, at some point, this has to stop. Like, at some point, it has to be too much.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules.
Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny.
I would trust AI more to make a judgment call than her. Because I know AI can be very fair in their assessments.
He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like, it's too, the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group.
Okay, but what did he say? Who was he talking about?
It's just totally worth engaging with. There's just no
uneven enforcements of the rules.
Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engaging with. There's just no
Yeah, what community is he talking about?
point in doing it. Like, it's too, the risk of me, like, ending up getting, like, permabanned and my life destroyed because of these, like, inbred fucking disgusting losers is, like, it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths. That these inbred don't.
This video just doesn't end, does it? It just keeps getting worse. How does this video keep getting worse? I am in my recording is 4 hours and 2 minutes at the point, bro. Meanwhile, it is 31.3 Celsius in here. Fuck me.
Understand educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks
calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred.
Nah.
Inbred.
Nah, that's a good edit though. Yo, that's a sick edit.
Inbred.
The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
Hasan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-Orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hasan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hasan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do like,
What is
they do
this?
musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Zero punishment. Hasan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure. For sure he is.
For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain.
What the
Shinzo
hell?
Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats.
Zero punishment.
This is also on Twitter. I'm on the firm belief of managing death threats on social media. I think if there's a hint of a death threat in a tweet, it should be blocked. If I can call people retards or faggots on Twitter, why can't people make death threats? That makes no sense. Like, at least be consistent in your regulations, you know? I'm not saying I want to call people retards or faggots, but no, I think you can call people retards. It's more faggot than anything, yeah. But yeah, like that's kind of inconsistent, and that counts for all social medias, but especially
Let
Twitter.
the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods. And this isn't just a Hasan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get
What?
Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put a...
Good. Thank God he did. But he was not a protected species. He wasn't a panda. We had a woman that's a panda. We had Hasan, who's a panda. And we had a black guy, who is also a panda. But he was a white guy. He's no panda. No. Nope. He doesn't have any special privileges on Twitch. He is just like everyone else. So no panda, ban.
A bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door from the FBI.
Yep. Prison.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hasan infiltrating mainstream media. Hasan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But
yeah, because that's how he portrays. That's how he portrays him. That's how people find him. The outrageous things he says, they just ignore and they only take the positive things. And that's the same thing that happened with Andrew Tate when the right stuff came up, bro. Like, Andrew Tate said a bunch of bullshit, but he had some good things to say. And I was also somebody who got influenced by him. And I was also somebody who defended, saying, well, he says a lot of good things, but I was dumb. That was dumb of me. The same thing they're doing right now with Hasan. Like, history really does repeat itself, bro. It's crazy.
we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hasan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice, and so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know, and they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
That's not a bad ending. Fuck this dude? Yeah, that's not a bad ending at all. Oh god, this video has... Oh god, man. I don't know if I'm getting delirious because of the heat, or this video just so unhinged that it just messed me up. But wow, what a video, man. I mean, I'm definitely having a heat stroke, probably. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk too much anymore. I mean, I think I said everything I needed. Yeah, I think I said everything I needed. So there's no reason for me to say anything else other than like, let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, join Discord if you want me to react to your video. And that's about it. Take care, chat. Peace out. Holy shit, dude. What a video. God damn.